This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Confronting high credit card debt can feel scary. But the good news is, if you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, financial relief options are now available. National Debt Relief is currently offering debt relief designed to reduce what you owe and put you on the fast track to becoming debt-free. If you qualify for debt relief, you may be able to pay back less than what you owe and save thousands of dollars. Just visit nationaldebtrelief.com. Imagine only paying one low monthly program payment you can afford and saving money as you become debt-free. National Debt Relief has already helped bring debt relief to over 550,000 U.S. consumers, earning thousands of five-star reviews and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. You're stronger than your credit card debt. Let today be the day you start turning things around. Take the first step and visit nationaldebtrelief.com to see what debt relief you may qualify for. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Yay, indeed, Jimmy. Yay, indeed. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmie Whisman.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Back here for part two of one of the worst people who's ever existed, never mind who we've covered. Terrible, terrible guy. We'll get into all of that and more, but first, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Yeah. Get your tickets to all the live shows coming up for Small Town Murder. Also get all your merchandise. There's tons of stuff to get. Everything from skateboards to coffee cups and tickets as well. Next show with tickets available is May 2nd for Small Town Murder in Denver, and then May 30th in Royal Oak, Michigan. And then we got a whole bunch after the summer: Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Terrytown, and Boston. So come out and see a show. No excuse not to come out and have a good time. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Also, listen to our other two shows: Your Stupid Opinions, which is hilarious, and Small Town Murder, which is also very funny and pretty gross. So all that wrapped up into one. Do that. Get yourself Patreon is the main thing.
Yes,
you need that. You need it. Patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all of the bonus material. Anybody, all you got to be is $5 a month or above. You're going to get so much stuff. First of all, as soon as you subscribe, it's like a whole other show. You're going to get almost 400 bonus episodes immediately upon subscription that you've never heard before. Then you get new ones every other week, including this week, one Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get it all, everybody. Everything. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about, I believe it's the Ecclesia Athletic Association. It was a program in Southern California to get kids off the streets and into sports, and really it just turned into a disgusting, huge, cultish, weird, sex, creepy, you name it, whatever.
Volunteering for children should be court mandated.
Court mandated?
Yeah, it should be forced. Otherwise, this is when people volunteer for it.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's no, I feel the same way about that as I do of like government service. Anyone who wants to be there, they shouldn't be there. There's a reason for it.
Jury duty. Shit, I got softball coaching this weekend.
You're flawed, I say. Then for Small Town Murder, we are going to talk about Corey Richins, part 2. Yeah. We're going to get into the trial and the wild letters that she wrote to her family and the crazy text messages. She's the woman who killed her husband and then wrote a book about grief for her children because her husband was dead.
One of the worst women ever.
Because she killed him. So it's a wild story. Can't wait to tell the rest of it there. So that's patreon.com/crimeinsports. And like I said, all you got to be is $5 a month or above, and you get all the shows we put out: Crime in Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, and Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your Patreon. Ad-free, and you get a shout-out at the end of the show. Jimmie will mess your name up, but he'd like to get it correct. That's all you need to know. So that said, let's dive right back into old Bruno here. We are talking about Bruno Fernandes De Souza, the Brazilian goalie, who is currently in the midst of an investigation for where his missing
Where is she?
ex-girlfriend and baby, for that matter.
Right.
They found the baby by now.
Right. The baby's safe.
The baby's safe. The baby was taken away and put with some family in the favela somewhere.
Yeah.
But she's still missing, and they're starting to round up people, especially a 17-year-old who, as we know, you don't want any teenagers in your hit squad because all the cards will crumble from him.
His nephews talk.
His nephews talk. They're stupid. Just because they're related to you doesn't mean that they're smart is the problem here. So we're going to start with August 5th, 2010. Bruno is currently in custody, but he's not been charged with anything at this point. They want a DNA test out of him. They want a DNA test for him and his associates, and they're all refusing to give DNA tests.
Well, yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want that, which for some reason in Brazil, you can just refuse. Be like, no.
You're not allowed to take it.
And I don't understand why there's not a court order here or what, but in America, they would be taking your fucking DNA right now.
Laws stop on that side of my skin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. In the U.S., if your girlfriend's missing and they think you killed her and they think DNA is going to figure something out, you're given a DNA
sample on file.
You're getting it. They're getting it, period. If they have to fucking hold you down and get it, the court order will do it. Here, though, he is refusing to submit to DNA testing. Him, along with his buddies Luis Henrique Ramoa, who's a friend of his, and Luis Aparecido Santos, who's a former police detective also.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Are all suspects in the disappearance, and they're all in here. So Bruno was in a prison cell here, and he was taken to the basically headquarters to get his DNA sample, but all three suspects refused to cooperate.
Okay.
They said that the police inspector told the reporters gathered that the lawyers told the suspects not to give us any material, and they were not legally forced to do so. That's the point I don't understand is why are they not legally forced to do so at this point?
The lawyer said no, and the cops agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's no court order for this, but why not?
Yeah.
Why is there no court order? What are we talking about here? Doesn't make any sense. So
I'm baffled.
They flew him and the Ramayo guy from Rio to Belo Horizonte to do the DNA test, and they said no. Seems like you could have saved a bunch of airfare by talking to him about it in Rio. What are we doing?
They like pretzels and those little cookies.
They really like it. They really like to put their headphones on and relax for a while.
And watch The Devil Wears Prada
again for the 40th time. So that's his favorite movie. In case you don't know, everybody knows that. But
look, man, it's Tucci's finest, I think.
Oh, it's the best. So
he's so good.
Homicide detective Wagner Pinto tells reporters that police have sufficient evidence to charge everybody with kidnapping, assassination, and hiding of a body, regardless of whether the body is found or not.
Oh.
But they don't, not murder, apparently. No charges have been filed yet. I guess it says Brazilian law states that prosecutors can file charges once the police investigators have closed their investigation. So they have to wait till it's totally closed, which is strange. Okay. But not too long after that, a couple days later, he's charged with murder. Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, he is absolutely charged with murder. They say that Bruno and 8 others are charged.
8?
8.
9 people.
Yeah. Well, we had the first 3. We had Spaghetti and all those guys and Pasta, and now we got the detective and the 17-year-old and the other one.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's both Luises. There's plenty going on here. Among those charged are also his wife, Diane.
Get out of here.
She's also charged. Yeah. So that's not good. And another woman, not just Diane, another woman who is said to be his other girlfriend.
He is insatiable.
He is so horny, this man.
God
what
damn,
the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ.
That's amazing.
You'd think a goalie wouldn't be so just enraptured with putting it in a hole. You know what I mean? You'd want to keep it out, you'd think, but no.
Yeah, that's the whole idea is to keep it out.
Not him. Not him.
He's the only one that gets to use his hands. He should use his hands more often.
Yeah, he doesn't apparently. Well, he did on this one woman, unfortunately, but for everybody else. So this is crazy. There are 2 women now Two women, him, a 17-year-old, Spaghetti, the Luises, the detective guy. There's so many people involved in this shit.
The Luises.
The Luises. The police allege that her body was cut up and fed to the dogs.
Oh, my God.
It's a bunch of Rottweilers, apparently.
Wow.
So
how many?
No remains have been located. I think it was 3.
Oh, boy.
So August 7th, this is 2 days later, they're talking about how Eliza, who was the dead woman at this point, or the missing woman at this point, they're talking about how the court in 2009, the previous year, had denied an order of protection for her against Bruno for assault. Yeah. So they're kind of going back into that, and they're like, this doesn't look good for you guys.
Yeah. Are these guard dogs or pets?
I think a little of both.
Yeah,
because it's like a ranch. So I think
but you can't really
they're kept in a
put
big
that
pen,
around
though.
your kids ever again.
I mean,
they got the taste for people now.
Well, maybe it's only for corpse meat. Maybe it's dead people. Maybe if you're up in
taste for decomp.
If you're upright, they don't have any interest in you. Maybe I'm not sure.
Whew, I can't imagine.
No. So they were saying that this court denied it, and they were saying all that. In the decision, the judge had said that the judge says that Eliza, for not maintaining any type of emotional, family, or domestic relationship with the player, could not benefit from the protective measures nor attempt to punish the aggressor under the penalty of trivializing the purpose of the Maria de Pena law. So they basically said it would be a disgrace to give you a fucking protective order. It would disgrace the great name of Maria de Pena, and we can't have that.
She must have been a terrible victim.
I think she got her ass kicked an awful lot and probably murdered, if I would have guessed. If that's probably why they made a law after her. So that is in her testimony. Somebody said in that hearing that Eliza had stayed with Bruno, explaining at the request that the meaning of the word to have sexual relations. Later, the victim, 5 months pregnant, details the assault and the false imprisonment, which she was held. That's when they gave her homemade abortion drugs. Mm-hmm. And that didn't work, obviously, because the kid's like 6 months old at this point. So
unbelievable.
That was a bad thing to do.
There's got to be detriment to that child, right? There has to be some sort of damage.
I would think so. Can't help any. So the judge said that, stating in her ruling that the Maria de Pena law, aims to protect the family, whether from a stable union or marriage, as well as aiming to protect women in emotional relationships and not in purely casual and sexual relationships. So you have to be like in a relationship, which I don't know how the court can deem your relationship status. Well, you're not really with him. Didn't he say he didn't like you anymore? Like, what are we doing?
It did say it's complicated on Facebook.
I saw your status, and complicated is not a real relationship.
We don't protect it's complicated.
We're going to put that under purely casual and sexual bubble there. So the fact that she was pregnant was not analyzed in the decision. Apparently that didn't matter. I think while the baby's inside of her, they're together. They're connected, at least in that way, shape, or form.
Yeah, there's half of his DNA inside.
That's what I mean. Maybe once the baby's born, you could say they're not a pair anymore or whatever. I don't think it matters either way. If the person's being violent and shit, why can't you get a protective order just because you're not married to them? That's the dumbest shit.
Is America that forward thinking that you could get one on a fucking stranger?
No, because we're like 30 years behind the rest of the world and everything else. So I highly doubt that. The civilized, whatever world. Yeah, I don't think
but you could get one on your fucking mailman, and he has to get a different route.
Absolutely. They don't. I don't know. I'd like to see what it's like in fucking France or something, or just pick a country out of a hat. But the investigation was concluded at that point, and now we're here. So. The public prosecutor's office also, in turn, requested the investigation only twice in 9 months to demand the report. By the way, this is all translated from Portuguese, so the language is clunky sometimes. In the last of these, he was provoked by the information published in the press that Bruno had made the following statement in March of this year, defending the player Adriano, quote, who has never been in the lurch with their wife. So who's never had their wife pissed off at him.
Yeah.
So they're saying that's what he does here. When justifying the sentence, the judge highlighted an excerpt from Eliza's testimony in which the goalkeeper had said, quote, "You don't know me and you don't know what I'm capable of because I'm from the favela, bitch." That's the one.
Bitch.
Bitch. I'm from the favela, bitch. Don't you know anything?
I'm from a terrible neighborhood, so you don't know what I'm
Bitch.
capable of? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, it's like a rap song,
Yeah.
basically.
Is that the?
It's like an NWA
is that the
song.
Portuguese? Is that the Portuguese version of "You might be from the favela"?
Yeah, you might be from the favela. This is crazy. Oh man. So October 28th, 2010, a judge orders Flamengo, the team Bruno is playing for, to deposit pension for Bruno's son.
Oh.
So they must deposit a percentage of the salary of Bruno that he was to be paid, and it must be made in the process for recognizing paternity and receiving a pension. Okay, so yeah, they're trying to get the kid something. It's basically 17.5% of the amount received by him was supposed to be received will be put for his son aside.
The kid gets almost 20%. He's not even his agent.
The club said that won't be possible. Even though they were ordered by the court, they go, I don't think we're going to do that because Bruno's contract was suspended and he no longer receives a salary at this point. So, yeah. Furthermore, the judge also ordered that the laboratory responsible for the child's DNA test to send the results to the court within 5 days of the publication of the ruling. So we'd like that DNA, and you need to do that. Flamengo has appealed the decision because they don't want to pay anything.
Okay.
Basically. So Bruno is now charged with murder and now kidnapping as well. Mm-hmm. So he's just sitting there. So they refuse. There's a hearing July 8th, 2011. So he's been sitting in jail. So he and his friend, Luis Henrique Ramayo, that's Macareo, which is spaghetti, I believe.
Right.
So Bruno and spaghetti.
I wonder if they're they should be calling him macaroni.
Yes,
but they're calling him spaghetti.
I think that's how this happened.
Yeah.
They were calling him pasta.
Yeah.
And then somehow in the translations, it got put to spaghetti. And that just made me laugh. So he's spaghetti from the rest of the time now.
That's amazing.
He'll always be spaghetti. He can't not be spaghetti.
Because they can't figure out how to say macaroni.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think macaroni went to pasta to spaghetti in loose translations.
This guy's going to be antipasta by the end of the day.
Yeah, by the end of the day, he's going to be tortellini. It's going to be wonderful.
This is amazing. They're calling him everything.
They're just calling him everything. So Bruno and Spaghetti refused to testify at a hearing in Rio as part of the process for kidnapping and bodily injury charges against them. Despite having decided to remain silent, Spaghetti told the judge's name is Pasta. Come on.
Stop it.
What do you want? So Spaghetti told Pasta this, okay? I get there's a lot of Italians back there. That has to be part of it because there's a shitload of Italians in Brazil.
Right, but is this judge's first name Pasta?
His first name is Pasta Marco. His name is Pasta Marco Jose Kyoto Matos. Kyoto. C-O-U-T-O.
Oh, okay.
Kudo.
Yeah.
Kaudo.
I think it's Quoto.
Quoto, yeah, however you say that.
Whatever.
I don't know.
I thought you were doing it like KYOT.
No.
This man is
Kyoto.
the most ethnic man on the planet.
He's Japanese, Italian, Portuguese, South American. He's got a lot going on. There's tons of Italians down there, so maybe that's where all this pasta shit comes from. That's where there's more in South America than North America by far.
Okay, and
when North
I'll
America
credit him
stopped
that,
accepting,
but is there,
they kept taking us.
Is there a little boy, a little tyke, run around fucking San Gennaro somewhere named Pasta?
Probably. That's the sad part. Probably. It's a little pasta. Is there a kid named Bacon in Arkansas? Probably, right?
Probably.
You know what I mean? So, I think it's just one of those things.
I bet there's more likely that the latter there.
By far, yeah. Another bacon? There's some poor teacher going, we have 3 bacons this year. This is wild.
And he's a real good pig suey guy.
Yeah,
he screams it. He's so good at it.
Little bacon trans fat McGee over here. He does very well for himself. That's what his family named him. They're very happy.
Fuck.
Okay, so this judge here, I guess Pasta told Judge Pasta that he and Bruno are not putting up anymore with, quote, the situation, and the goalkeeper tried to kill himself several times. That's what he says. Now, the Secretariat of Rio, just picture a horse with a suit on, the Secretariat of Rio denies that Bruno has tried to kill himself.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Pasta believes he has.
Pasta's saying he's trying to kill himself in jail all the time here. Yeah, so they've been detained and they're here. At the hearing, the team also had people, the club president testified. Here, the Flamengo team president said that Bruno will not return to play for Flamengo, even if acquitted in the proceedings.
Oh, we're not even going to have it a rumor.
No way. He said the club's image has been battered by reports of involvements in the case of the athlete. Do we need to use battered as the word, really?
I mean, they
can't help it.
I would love a psychiatrist to get to the bottom of it. It happens far too much.
It's the same reason why when you go on the radio and they say don't curse, you just want to say cunt as much as you can. I don't know what it is, but you can't. Yeah, you have to bite your tongue.
You know, a fucking commercial again?
Another fucking ad? Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a lot. So this, they said that the club's image has been battered, and they also said that the player had normal behavior, and that they were very surprised by this. They didn't expect, chopping his fucking girlfriend up and feeding her to dogs. They couldn't. Really, didn't expect that. I'm happy that you didn't expect that. So. Anyway, that's the big hearing. And then the trial starts in November of 2012. So he's been in for over 2 years. He's been sitting in jail waiting for this trial. This is the trial of Bruno, of Pasta, of Marcos Aparecido dos Santos, Diane, his wife, Fernanda Gomez de Castro. I think that's the chick
that's the other girlfriend.
He was banging. Elenilson Vitor de Salva, and Wemerson Marquise de Souza. I think that's his nephew. Okay. So there's that. So the trial starts here, and we're ready to go here. They have a jury of 6 women and 1 man.
They do it with 7, huh?
Which, well, if it doesn't have to be unanimous, it would make more sense to have an odd number.
It would have to.
It would have to be, or else you get a lot of ties, I would imagine, at that point. Otherwise.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So, I guess the prosecution and the attorneys for each defendant were able to turn away 3 jurors. So they have their strikes, whatever. November 20th, 2012 here. Trial is going on. They say, with 2 lawyers abandoning the case and the victim's mother making a tearful plea for justice. Jesus Christ.
2 lawyers quit?
Apparently, they're quitting here. So I guess he was found guilty of initial accusations and is serving a sentence at this point, but he's facing the trial now for the death and everything. There was these original charges. Investigators said the player was behind this scheme, obviously,
right?
because he said he would give her an apartment, so she showed up. Oh, my God. Now, the player's attorney, I guess one of the ones that's left, said he will prove that not only did Bruno not kill Eliza, but she's actually still alive and living in Eastern Europe. So this is all a sham.
Because nobody killed her, so she's alive somewhere. Yeah.
Now, her mother, Eliza's mother, dared Bruno to look her in the eyes in court.
Oh, boy.
She said, I believe in justice and in the condemnation of all of the accused. I want my daughter's mortal remains. Give me her body. Wow. On the first day, there was a disagreement between defense lawyers for Marcos Aparecido dos Santos and the judge. They questioned some defense deadlines established by the judge and abandoned the trial. They said, well, fuck it then. We're leaving. Yeah. Which in America, you're absolutely not allowed to abandon a murder trial on like day 2 as a lawyer. You're not allowed to do that.
Walk out and protest.
No, unless you I don't even know, have a stroke, a massive, like, you have to have a massive medical problem, or one of your kids has to be hit by a bus or something. Like, you can't just abandon a murder trial.
I don't know
They
that
won't let you.
a death in the family fucking matters.
They'll delay it.
Will
if
they?
Something like that happens. Yeah, that happens all the time. If they have like something, they'll delay it for a while. But
okay, yeah,
because
but
another
delay
lawyer
is different than abandon.
Another lawyer for somebody, then you got to start over again. Basically, you have to give that person time to, time to get involved and time to catch up on the case and all that shit. So that's why they don't let them do that here. The defendant refused the appointment of a public defender and ended up doing all this. So that's not the right word in translation. Ended up dismembering his trial. That's not what they're going for.
What in the fuck?
You guys, man. November 20th, it's the second day of trial, and Bruno requests a dismissal.
Yeah.
Request dismissal of defense. What the hell? Okay.
So he wants his lawyers dismissed?
He requested dismissal of his lawyers, Rui Pimenta and Francisco Simon, during the trial here. That's what he wants. The request is seen by the judge, and the judge basically said this is a ploy to postpone the trial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do the paperwork gag.
Yeah, he's trying to Sarah Boone it right now.
You red tape it until everybody's exhausted and they just don't want to do this anymore? Is that what he thinks is going to happen?
I think maybe he thinks as time goes by that emotions will settle down maybe, and everyone will just be like, well, this wasn't so bad. I don't know what he thinks, honestly. But it's
unbelievable.
The most time you could put between you and a guilty verdict and a sentencing is probably preferable for people. I'm not sure. To avoid this, the judge ordered that Diane, Bruno's ex-wife, be tried on another date. I don't know why she had anything to do with it, but that's how it was. The judge already ordered a fine for the lawyers of Dos Santos, the ex-detective here. That's Bola. Yeah. That's that guy. Okay. He said they had left the jury that began with an attitude that was considered unjustified by the judge. Okay. Said the lawyers were acting like shitheads and fined them.
Okay.
All right. They will have to pay, I don't know what R is, whatever the fuck monetary unit that is.
Portuguese money?
They will have to pay $18,660 for each of the defenders, equivalent to 30 minimum wages. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
You have been admonished. You now pay 30 minimum wages.
This is fucking crazy.
Yearly or 30 hourly?
I have no idea. Within 20 days, they have to pay it. We know that much. It's the only time frame I have on that. That's it. The former Bola's defense team had left the jury trial after disagreeing with the judge's 20-minute limit for each defense to present their preliminary arguments. So their opening statements, they wanted more than 20 minutes each. And they said the defense will not continue its work. We will not succumb to the legal aberration of imposing limits where none exist. Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show and tell you a better place to get your meats and your seafoods and all your good protein stuff with Good Chop.
GoodChop.com.
We love Good Chop. We love it. I mean, we're meat eaters and seafood. Yeah. We love all this stuff, and we love food. So any sponsor that's a meat thing, we're going to be picky about it, and we are. We're going to sit there and go, I don't know about that, but this Good Chop, it is legit.
Every single thing they said.
Legit. I love their steaks. Their strip steaks are beautiful. The marbling on it. It's just so good. Everything is good. Their seafood is great, and you need to get this. We're telling just as friends, you want Good Chop. Good Chop delivers high-quality American meat and seafood straight to your door, vacuum sealed and frozen at peak freshness. Your freezer stays stocked. You can cook it whenever you want, and you don't have to ever go to the weird grocery store meat section and gamble on what you're going to get there. You don't have to do it. Unlike many other companies, Good Chop sources its meat and seafood exclusively from American farms and fisheries. So by choosing Good Chop, what you're doing is supporting local family farms and independent ranchers right here in the U.S. You can customize your box from over 100 menu items. And they have a great menu, by the way, including USDA choice and prime steaks, 100% grass-fed beef, wild-caught seafood, organic chicken, responsibly raised pork, excellent pork chops also, and so much more. It's so good. Good Chop sources only the good stuff, which is why they have such confidence about their money-back guarantee. It's a 100% money-back guarantee, and it's pretty complicated, everybody, so you might want to really listen closely. Here it is.
A lot of rules.
A lot of rules. It is love good shop or you get your money back. That's all.
Pretty easy.
Pretty simple. That's either it's good or you're not paying for it, and it's good. So get in there and do it. Go to goodshop.com/podcast and use the code 50crimeinsports to get $50 off plus free shipping on your first order. That's $50 off plus free shipping at goodshop.com/podcast, code 50crimeinsports.
Now back to the show.
Tecovas is the go-to for premium, handcrafted Western boots. Stop by any store location for a warm welcome, a cold drink in hand, and a truly one-of-a-kind shopping experience. Let our friendly staff help you find your new go-to boots, whether your first pair or your 50th. Finish things off with a complimentary boot brand to make them extra special. Come for the boots, stay for the good times. Tecovas, forever West.
You've put arbitrary limits on us, and we're not doing it. So the judge ruled that this abandonment came without there being a legally relevant reason, and said this type of conduct causes great harm to the state and society, which implies the expenditure of public money. Basically, we're delaying, which is wasting fucking money. Period. Now, the first witness who's expected to be heard is Joao J-O-A with a squiggly line on top. O. I don't know. Batista. That's like
Joe.
That I can get. Joe Batista.
Just Joe.
Here, who witnessed the former driver's testimony to the police before the trial. Next, a confrontation between John the Baptist and Cleton must take place. John the Baptist. What the fuck is happening? Okay. The next witness who will testify is Delegate Ana Maria Santos, who worked on the investigations into the disappearance here. So we're going to bring the cops in there and do all that kind of shit. They have all this. Okay. November 21st, 2012, the trial's postponed. It worked. It worked. The jury remains for the other two defendants, but not for Bruno. Bruno's, they pulled him out and they're going to give him a separate trial here. The judge announced that a new jury would take place in January, so they're doing that. I guess the postponement was granted by the judge at the request of Bruno's defense. His lawyer, who was defending him, presented a document transferring his powers to another defender. So it's all this lawyer bullshit again.
God, Jesus.
So that's how they're doing it. And the new lawyer said, I need more time to study this process, which is what happens.
Yeah.
The judge said, although there is clear evidence of maneuver, in other words, that you're all just fucking trying to game me, basically.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's also true that the document that was presented to me was a sub-establishment document. I'm accepting the defense's request to grant the lawyer time to hear the case. That's how we're doing this. According to the defense lawyer, the change, which involved postponing his jury trial, was strategy. He says, yes, it is a strategy because we needed more time to study the process. In his opinion, taking him out of here was valid for gaining time because there is a habeas corpus to be judged, referring to the request for release for release filed by the goalkeeper's defense. So they want that to be ruled on whether he'll be let out of jail for this trial.
Okay.
So, according to the lawyer, the new defense attorney would be Bruno's only representative, but behind the scenes, he said the entire team continues to work for the goalkeeper's defense. The new lawyer said that the replacement is not a defense strategy. So the new lawyer said, no, what are you talking about? He said, absolutely, it's not a strategy, it's a necessity.
The other guy just couldn't do it. And, okay, so, and essentially... Peru, what is it? What's the country?
Brazil,
but what's
Portugal?
Yeah, it's Brazilian authorities. All right.
Yeah. Portugal's just the language. Portuguese is the language they speak.
Their judicial system is very similar to ours, where you can just gum it up and jam it up.
Yeah.
Fire lawyers left and right, and then they have to. I mean, you're hamstringing your lawyer, though, right?
Yeah. Any of these any country that's not like some awful dictatorship where you're taken out of your bed at night for no reason.
Yeah.
That's this. They have all of these safeguards in place of being able to delay.
It's due process. For
sure.
It's
due process.
Yeah.
It's giving the person the benefit of the doubt until they're found guilty, and then
and the opportunity to really defend themselves rather than just
you don't want to be a sham trial. That's who has
don't be
confidence
just
then
awarded some guy that's on their side too.
Yeah. So okay, now they are talking. The prosecutor in the case asked Diane, who is free on bail, to be given more time to be defended by another lawyer. Bruno, who is not out on bail, has trial preference, they say. So the judge followed this understanding and determined that Diane be tried on another date, possibly together with Dos Santos, Bola, who managed to separate the jury. They also said that an inmate testified, called by the prosecution, tells the jury that he heard several times that Bola said he threw Eliza's ashes into the water. They said whatever was left, they burned her.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Dogs do eat a lot, and they will eat shit piles of soft matter. They don't eat bones all the way down to nuts. It takes a long time for them.
They got to break them down, though. Yeah,
yeah.
And people bones are hard.
They'll have a rib bone for a month.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
So a skeleton would last so long.
A fucking femur would be a while to get through that.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He also said, I guess this guy said, Bola said that when he asked Bola what to do, what you do if the victim's body was found, Bola said they'll only be found if the fish talk.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. In a statement given to police, this inmate says that he heard Bola's confession about the crime. He says he was threatened by a police officer to withdraw his statement. So they're saying that Bruno's got cops working for him here. Yeah. He said apparently this guy told him, "I know your whole family," and that's the threat. The inmate told the judge that he's being held in this penitentiary, held in the infirmary as a security measure. He said, "They say I'm a wimp. I'm at risk of death."
Oh, they're calling me a prison bitch.
They're calling me a wimp, a prison wimp. It's a little different terminology down there. This guy also said he heard Bola say that he didn't throw Eliza's hand at the dogs and that he didn't do anything at his house, but rather on a plot of land. He also stated that Bruno would have devised the plan if he were convicted, saying he was sick to be rescued on the way to prison. I don't know what that means. That feels like bad translation. So he also stated that Clayton Conclavas was not Bruno's driver, although he drove the goalkeeper's vehicles. According to this witness, this Goncalves guy sold drugs to Spaghetti, who was identified as the head of a drug trafficking ring going on. And he said, "I already knew Macaroni, Clayton, and Clayton's mother." So macaroni, pasta, and spaghetti. Okay.
A man named Macaroni.
The man named Macaroni. Twice, this guy drew laughter from the audience here, this inmate. First, when asked by Bruno's lawyer why he was represented by a former defender of the goalkeeper, he replied, "I am his client. Don't you defend yours?" Then, when explaining Miyagi's nickname, there's somebody named Miyagi involved in this, and he said, quote, "It's because of that karate fighter."
It's because of the teacher.
The ancient guy who won all those tournaments, Mr. Miyagi. We all know him.
The karate fighter.
The karate fighter, Mr. Miyagi. That's amazing. They're talking about the lawyers being fined, which is fun. Public prosecutor Henry Wagner, I'm not going to get into his last name. It's a lot. I'm tired with these names. They're so long. They're so long. There's like 8 of them, too, at every name, so it's hard.
Yeah.
He said on Tuesday morning that the inmate who testified has spoken to officials at the court and was threatened by Bruno on the eve of his testimony. They said that the goalkeeper commented that he was talking too much and said, quote, "Fish die by the mouth." You talk too much, you're going to get fucking killed, apparently.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So, this guy said the prosecutor is trying to use everything possible, but he has already lost the case. That's what Bruno's lawyer said.
Yeah.
According to the prosecutor, this guy overheard Bola saying all this shit. So March 7th, 2013, the trial goes on for Bruno here, and he is found guilty.
Of murder.
He is going to be found guilty for ordering her death. Absolutely. He called the crime cold, violent, and deceitful.
Right.
And basically said, you are super fucked here. And they sentenced him to, let's see, you, sir, may definitely fuck off 22 years and 3 months, which is a very light sentence. For
incredibly light.
Murdering, dismembering, and feeding a woman to dogs. It seems
that last bit.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
a little
most
extra stank
callous
on it.
part. Yeah,
Little
the
extra stank
disposal
on
of the body oftentimes will get them because when it's real bad like that, that's so ugly. That's a dangerous human being that is considering disposing
it's the mother
of a body
of his kid.
yeah,
Too. Like, this isn't a stranger. This
by
isn't
feeding it.
Yeah.
To an animal.
This isn't some drug rival or something. This is
right.
He's got a baby with this. His son is going to have no mother because he dismembered her. Like, that's wild.
And the body parts that were left were burned.
Apparently burned and thrown to the fishes, as he put it. So the prosecutor said that he will appeal the decision because he wanted a longer sentence. He said, I expected 28 to 30 years.
Okay.
Wow, that is interesting.
Now, I wonder if you appeal something like that there and you're like, no, it should be longer. Will the judge look at it and be like, actually, you're wrong. I should have done this even more lenient.
That'll happen. That's why it's risky to appeal a sentence. In a lot of these countries, that'll happen. The judge also called Bruno the mastermind behind a diabolical plot and said the victim remained in captivity waiting for the death to be operationalized. The defendant believed that consuming impunity with his body was certain. Okay. So the jury, by the way, in the other cases, in a vote of 4 votes to 3, they acquit his wife, Diane.
Real?
Which is wild because she took the baby. And it's like, what are we doing here? Her crimes, she was accused of kidnapping and false imprisonment.
Okay, so they're saying that baby was given to her. It's still okay.
Well, according to I don't know if this is the judge or her attorney, somebody said Diane was maneuvered by everyone involved, including the retired police officer Jose Laureano de Assis Filho, known as Zizi. Let's put him in there too.
Yes, well,
who, according to the public ministry, also participated in the plot. During his speech, the prosecutor called the former goalkeeper a scoundrel and a, quote, criminal. Yo, now that's... You're like criminal, for real. Like, this is... Some people are criminals, but you're like serious.
Double secret criminal.
Double secret probation criminal. Like, do you like him? Well, I mean, he's a criminal, so kind of. A criminal. That is fucking funny.
Is that like a comic? Like a
so that's what I was looking at. You're a criminal's criminal.
Criminal.
That's exactly how I looked at it. You're a criminal.
Big fan.
Yeah. As far as criminals go, you deserve respect, sir.
Yeah.
Now, Macaroni Pasta Spaghetti was sentenced to 15 years in prison for homicide, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. 15 years. Okay.
Yeah. 15 years.
15 years. And his ex-girlfriend, the other chick that was involved, was sentenced to 5 years for kidnapping and false imprisonment.
Wow.
That is
incredibly lenient.
Wow. That is crazy. Anyway, I don't even know what to say about that. So they put photos of the defendants having a party on June 11, 2010, the day after she was killed. Yeah. So they have them all like drinking and partying and all this type of shit. And the cousin, by the way, remember him, the 17-year-old cousin?
Yeah.
He died in 2012.
How?
Don't know, but he's about 19 years old. So something must have happened to him.
I mean, yeah, it's rare that a 19-year-old just
drops dead,
dies of natural causes.
I'm not sure what happened there, but he's dead. He had told prosecutors that this party was to celebrate Eliza's death. So that's not good. That's bad. Yeah, so this is what we got going on here. What happened to ZZ here? Okay, never mind ZZ.
He's back on top.
He's back. He's doing fine. So, yeah, he's doing fine. He's letting his beard grow. He's doing all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they said that apparently they said the prosecutor, they said everyone was moved by Bruno's testimony because there was tears. And they said they weren't crocodile tears, the defense said. These were real tears.
I'm sure they were. Not for her.
No, yeah, exactly, for him, because he hasn't played in a few years.
Right.
He doesn't have...
He's trying to make money.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, they tried to take some shots at Diane as well, saying that, because she got out of this, so they're trying to put more on her, basically. That's how that goes. So Bruno avoided questions from the public prosecutor's office and the judge, they said. They said that they'll only respond to questions through his lawyer. Bruno was removed, saying that he no longer wanted to answer questions even from his lawyer. Okay. Jesus Christ. So Bruno, they say also, has always been involved in drug trafficking, they say as well. Really? Basically saying all his friends ran the whole neighborhood as drug traffickers.
Right.
And based on reports, one man identified as a security guard for drug trafficker Nem de Rochina, the prosecutor stated that Bruno attended parties in the favela where they were from in the company of Adriano and another player. And at the events, there was large supplies of cocaine and marijuana. Well, I would hope so. As a South American athletes party, what are we doing here?
Yeah. If they're not both there,
why bother?
Kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yeah. No shit. The prosecutor stated that a scoundrel gang formed by scoundrel gang.
Yeah.
Wow. Formed by his cousins and the thug macaroni pasta spaghetti.
Called him macaroni.
And they called him macaroni. The prosecutor said that, they were all threatening Eliza. They used data from Eliza's notebook and presented it to the jury with messages from her to a colleague. And then they have a text written by her about what's going on, basically. So they said at this point, Bruno was just trying to treat her kindly to attract her. The prosecutor said, reading Eliza's message, quote, this is Eliza talking from the grave, right. To this day, I still don't understand why Bruno switched from water to wine. I can't understand. I'm cocked. I'm going to Bruno's land. I'll just go with a one-way ticket. They're going to kill me there. Bruno is crazy. So she said, she went into this basically like in Donnie Brasco, and he takes his jewelry off, and he's like, I got a meeting. Yeah. Here's my jewelry because they're going to kill me. Yeah. That's the same thing as what she did, basically. Wow. And she tried to go to the cops, and no one would protect her, and she had no fucking choice, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like she was just out on her own, which is crazy. The prosecutor said that on June 4, 2010, Eliza received several calls from Pasta Macaroni. He showed 6 call sheets from Eliza's cell phone to show that after that day, she no longer used the phone. Meaning he called her, then all of a sudden she doesn't use her phone ever again. Wonder what happened to her.
Yeah.
Probably dead, is what it is. They're talking about his ex-girlfriend and everything like that. During the first phase of this, the prosecutor read the letter sent by Bruno to Pasta while he was already in jail, in which he asked his brother to use Plan B. Well, the kid's already pretty old for that, so I don't think that's going to work. I don't know what their Plan B is, but according
it could be different.
Yeah, well, according to the prosecutor, Plan B would be for Macaroni to take the blame for Eliza's death. Hey, I'm going to need you to sit in prison for me if you could do that.
Hey, the cops caught us, so, Plan B.
No shit. Plan B is you say it was all your idea. It's Plan B.
Plan B, you go to jail for me.
And I go home. Let's Plan B. So they said that there is proof that Eliza had repeated sexual relations with Bruno, whereas Bruno says he only had sex with her once for 20 minutes. That's it.
That's more than I had with my first.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Well, it wasn't his first by far.
No, but I mean, when you have sex with a woman one time, that's about what it takes.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
And that's enough to get her pregnant. That's for sure.
It. As long as something's shooting out of the end of your penis, I think you're pretty fucking.
20 minutes is a long run.
Whether it's 20 or 2, if it's coming out, you're in trouble.
20 minutes is a pretty decent sesh.
20 minutes is decent. I mean, not from bell to bell, but maybe penetrative.
No,
Actually, that maybe. I mean, you can go a little longer than that. That's fine. So have some fun with it, So in a new interrogation, Diane said that Macaroni, and Bruno asked her to deny that the baby was with her. She said she received a call from retired police officer Zizi. That's what his part in it was. He was the one who allegedly introduced the former police officer Bola to Macaroni. In the call, Zizi said that Macaroni had already warned him that she was with the baby. The police officer reportedly advised Diane not to appear with the child at the police station despite the request of the delegate investigating the case at the time. However, she found Zizi's involvement strange because, according to her, Macaroni had already asked to deny, I guess, that the baby was around them to any and all police officers and hand the child instead over to Wemerson Marquez de Souza, known as Coxina. Oh, my God. He was an employee at Bruno's farm and would have received Eliza's son from Diane and left him with someone else. That she said then that Zizi was nervous and reinforced Macaroni's request that she hand the child over to this other guy.
All right.
Okay. It was at the request of Macaroni, said Diane. Mm-hmm. Macaroni is the key figure here, it seems
That's the cog.
He's the pivot man. It's all him. Yeah, he's the flywheel that
certainly
he's spinning the whole thing here. So Diane said she received several calls from Zizi on the way from the farm to the highway where she left the child with Bruno's then employee. She also stated that she was very afraid of the retired police officer as well. She said, "I'm very scared at this moment too much now. From what they said yesterday, he is involved with this." Okay. All right. Now, March 9th, 2014. This is from the Orlando Sentinel. Mm-hmm. Which we haven't really talked about because we've been in Brazil this whole time. So this is the first non-translated thing we've talked about.
This is America.
This is in America, yeah. Well, sort of Orlando. So Florida's sort of. Actually,
certainly landlocked. By
I should say it's. I should say it's the most America, which is worse. Yeah. So this is March 9th, 2014, and the article's headline is "Why We Should Fear Soccer."
Fear soccer.
Fear soccer. Okay. And it says, "You think SEC football makes people nuts?" Meaning, Southeastern Conference. Yeah. A team in Brazil just signed Bruno Fernandes to a 5-year contract.
Yeah, we should definitely fear soccer.
That is correct. Well, we should fear Brazilian. The fact that a team would sign a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Rice never played another down, is what I'm saying.
Never again.
Never again play. And his wife was not even close to dead. She was sitting right next to him, begging people to forgive him, and he didn't ever play another down.
If you guys could forgive him, because I already have.
Yeah.
And she wanted us so bad to forgive him. And no, it's not happening.
I feel like not even the murder, just that first problem where they kidnapped her, held her, and fed her a homemade abortion drug against her will. Right. I feel like that would get you never to play again, right? Yeah. But this is actual murder. Yeah. Wow. This is fucking crazy. They say he confessed to the crime. To get paroled, I think. And he'll be goalie for Montes Claros, although he must have a police escort when he travels to practices and games.
Wow.
They say, hopefully the MLS has a rule prohibiting teams from signing players who had their ex-girlfriends fed to dogs. I don't think you'd need a rule for that here. That's the thing. I doubt you'd need a rule.
They said hopefully.
Hopefully. I think the rule would be that will be more protesters outside than people sitting in your stands. That would be a problem for you probably.
Yeah.
Here's a really good headline from the Tampa Bay Times. It says, work release, meet the murderer playing goal.
Okay.
They said, imagine that Aaron Ferenandes is found guilty of murder, gets a lengthy sentence, then is given work release to play in the NFL. The scenario sounds far-fetched, right? Maybe here, but not so much in Brazil, where goalkeeper Bruno Fernandes was sentenced to 22-plus years as being allowed to play soccer. Wow. They're giving him work release. I don't understand.
Unbelievable.
I don't understand this. This is fucking insane.
I mean, work release on a murder charge is wild.
I don't understand, especially after like 3 years. Like, it's not even like he was in there for 40 years or something, and he's an old man.
And the murder is particularly fucked up.
A particularly egregious murder.
Yes.
Especially after the kidnapping. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Wow. They said because Fernandes already was serving time for ordering a previous abduction, that was the first 4.5 years, he was eligible under a legal provision that allows felons some freedom for good behavior. Wow. Okay. And then fed her corpse to Rottweilers. All right. February 24th, 2017, the Supreme Court of Brazil, I assume, orders the release of Bruno. I don't think our Supreme Court would hold much sway down there.
I don't think they
release that man.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Who are you? I don't know what's going on." Yeah. The Supreme Court orders release of Bruno in 2017.
Wow.
What? Granted a preliminary decision that the goalkeeper Bruno can be released. In the decision, he highlighted that Bruno's been in prison for 6 years and 7 months without having been convicted in the second instance, which is why he must be released so that he can appeal in freedom. Whoa.
Okay.
They said, this is what they said. Nothing, absolutely nothing justifies such a fact. The complexity of the process may lead to delays in the assessment of the appeal, but never to the projection over time of custody that is considered provisional. All right? Mm-hmm. They said Bruno was preventatively arrested in August 2010 after the investigation identified him as a main suspect in the murder. They said in 2013 he was sentenced to 22 years and 3 months for the crimes of homicide and all of that, kidnapping and concealment of a corpse. Bruno's accomplice, Macaroni, was also convicted. Okay. At the time, the case generated great social commotion, and the jury denied Bruno and Macaroni the right to appeal in freedom, meaning they couldn't be released to appeal. They had to do it from jail. They said social outcry emerges as a neutral element insufficient to support preventative action, wrote the judge in the decision which he ordered the goalkeeper's release. In the request for habeas corpus to the Supreme Court, Bruno's defense claimed a delay of more than 3 years for his case to be judged in the second instance. He's also being held in the Santa Luzia Penitentiary in the metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte. So he must be released. He must maintain a permanent residence and appear in court whenever summoned. So they basically paroled him.
Right.
And they said he was already receiving contracts as soon as they made that decision. People were offering him deals. That is fucking fascinating.
Looking for the best place to shop this Mother's Day? Go with the brand that makes it easy to send something thoughtful to everyone on your list. 1-800-Flowers.com. Right now at 1-800-Flowers, order 1 dozen roses and get another dozen free. More flowers mean more smiles, all backed by the quality, attention to detail, and trusted delivery experience that make 1-800-Flowers my top choice to send something beautiful Mom will love. Make Mom's Day at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
They said today he has no contract with anyone, but he will play again. He will return. He wants to work. He loves football, but one thing at a time. We'll take care of his release. Then we'll talk about it. That's what his lawyer said.
He loves it, so we got to consider it.
But he did say, I've received several contracts in the last few hours, but I won't reveal the names of the clubs. I can't say.
Yeah, they don't want you to.
Yeah. Anyone who, imagine if you don't even get him as a goalie, but you still have to go through the shame from your fans of trying to sign him. That's even worse. Holy shit. Now, March 10th, 2017, he signs with Boa Esporte. After leaving prison, he signed for Boa Esporte a contract until 2019 and appeared 5 times before returning to prison. Now, as a result of this, 3 sponsors of the clubs, Cardio Center, New Trends Nutrition, and Magzel, all ended their partnerships with the club.
Okay.
They have some
sponsorship. That's good.
Scruples, yeah. March 13th, 2007, the headline is Outrage after Brazil football team signs goalkeeper convicted of killing girlfriend.
Outrage.
Yeah. The violence and misogyny of Brazilian society was highlighted on Monday when a second division club signed a goalkeeper who was convicted of murdering his girlfriend and having her body fed to dogs.
Yep.
Amid smiles and handshakes, Boa Esporte unveiled a 2-year contract for Bruno. Maybe don't have a press conference where you guys all smile and have handshakes.
Don't talk about it.
Do this shit at like midnight in an alley. You know what I mean? Like, and then if anybody picks it up on the wires, whatever, they can report it. But don't like fucking put it out there for people like you're proud of it.
Don't open yourself up to this. Christ.
Wow. So the announcement drew anger from the family of the victim, as you might imagine, and groups campaigning against the high levels of gender-based violence in Brazil. We went over that last time, how the incidences there are out of control. They said
unbelievable.
It's fucking wild. An activist said women are outraged and so are the general public. It's if he had gone unpunished. Yeah, it really is. It's he's not even
exactly like that.
Like it never happened. Yeah.
Right.
3 sponsors withdrew, as we talked about. Hackers posted denunciation on the team's homepage, so they hacked into their website and made them look like shit. But many football fans applauded the return of one of the country's most popular players, despite the gruesome crimes he committed.
Good
what?
God.
Okay, soccer obsession is over the top. It's too much.
You can't applaud that. Oh.
It's too much.
Michael Vick went back after beating them, and there was outrage. This man fed a girl.
Also, a lot of
them.
people buying Michael Vick jerseys too.
There was that too. Sure.
He had a lot.
But it wasn't just over the top celebration that he beat the rap and got his life back.
He had a weird level of support, Michael Vick. He had people that were like angry for him for something, like not even like, well, he served his time, you know. I mean, come on, he didn't hurt a kid or anything. He killed a bunch of dogs, whatever. That's what fucking some people, you know. It wasn't even that. It was like, hey, fuck you. Michael Vick should be like, what the fuck? How dare he fucking tell him he can't play because he killed dogs? Like, it was wild how much people.
We live in a weird place too, though, where that was kind of the start of the time that it started to happen, where people loved him so much, so they were willing to listen to whatever narrative supported him, no matter
sports.
what.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, well,
that's fucking a lot of sports in general.
Yes, I mean, but no, in some, depends on the. Because Ray Rice was unanimously go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we had video.
Nobody. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's that.
It's just the video.
Yeah, you've heard the facts of the Michael Vick thing, and and some didn't even hear the facts.
No, they didn't. And people also, like with Ray Rice, when they hear domestic violence, they go, but was it really? Like, you get this, there's this weird thing of like, it probably wasn't that bad. You know, people do that, and it's fucking weird when they do that. Oh.
Yeah, because it's like it's between 2 adults, and you've heard a buddy say that it got out of hand, and then his girlfriend shows up and she's got a black eye, and you're like, boy, did it.
Yeah, that's a different story.
I
don't have friends like that, luckily. That's good. I don't have any of those friends.
I'm not telling on anybody. I mean, I don't necessarily have those friends, but
they exist.
You know
is what
I'm
you're saying.
I'm giving a hypothetical of like somebody could say something and then the story's way different. And that could go the opposite way too. Yeah. So, he could say, "Man, she beats the shit out of me," and then she comes around and she's 4'8", and you're like, "She doesn't beat the shit out of anybody." Are you kidding me?
Exactly. But I think it all just gets watered down usually because there'll be a report that he says, she said he beat her, and then he'll say I didn't at all, and it got out of hand, and then it's he said, she said, and then it goes into this weird watered down thing where everyone goes, well, let's just all push it under the rug in case unless it happens again. It's a weird thing. But
This
Ray
is
Rice
a
was like,
woman
here's a
is
video.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But that video was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's a closed fist punch from a giant man. That's crazy.
And then a dragging of an unconscious woman.
Yeah.
That's caveman shit.
And then he fucking, Diddy'd her on top of it. So
Did he?
you never seen Diddy fucking dragging that woman away on the
Oh no.
Yeah.
I never mind. Forget
Okay.
it. I thought you were talking about
Diddy Khan?
No. I thought you were talking about the sexual aspect of what Diddy.
No. I just remember him dragging.
Diddy was accused of.
Yeah.
That.
That video, he definitely dragged a bitch away. That is not
both
good.
of them.
Yeah, that's
drug it.
One was my balls. I watched it.
Yeah,
That's fucked up. Yeah,
one was unconscious though, and that is
disturbing.
I don't even know the word for the feeling that I felt watching it. It's gutted. You feel
It's horrifying.
complicit. I feel like I was there.
Yeah,
and I didn't do anything to stop it.
It's fucking gross. It's gross.
I hate it.
So Brazil is torn. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Unbelievable.
Now, Boa Esporte, the team, responded to all this with a declaration from the club's president that Bruno had been punished and the club was helping in his readjustment to civil society by offering him the dignity of work.
Thank God.
Well, good. Give him a broom and have him be the guy who sweeps outside the stadium if you want him to have the dignity of work so bad. You want people to save goals for you. This is not, you're not doing anybody a favor. They're acting like they're doing society and him, and they're just so, this is crazy. The dignity of work.
Yeah.
Do I get to be a goalie? I'd like to have the dignity of work. What are we talking about?
I didn't know that. I mean, they're almost saying the right to work. That's a fascinating choice when the employer should have the right to decide whether or not they want to be represented by a man who allegedly chopped a woman up and fed her to dogs.
Oh, he admitted it now. It's not even alleged.
And now he's admitted it. Yeah.
He's admitted it so he could do the appeal and all. It's crazy. So it's wild. In an online column, one person wrote, "The residents of this beautiful city do not support a monster like you living this close to their children. The residents are campaigning against you." Yeah, I would say so. That's fucking wow. One group planned a demonstration outside their stadium. A feminist group accused the club of trying to cash in on Bruno's fame while forgetting the suffering of his victim. They posted, "We protest both against this contract and against the willingness of the team and its sponsors to have their images linked to feminicide. A woman killer must not be allowed a life acclaimed by the media." What can we just say killer at that point? Do we have to
Murderer?
I think it doesn't really matter what gender you kill. If you're saying it's worse to kill a woman, then you're making
why
it.
are we parsing that?
I don't know why we're parsing that. I mean, the way he did it, no matter who he killed, is horrible.
Right.
I don't know why
it wouldn't matter if it was it wouldn't matter if it was a murderer.
Can we just say a murderer must not be allowed a life acclaimed by the media? That's a fine sentence. I don't know why we have to do that. Bruno is no longer just a goalkeeper. His notoriety reflects the ease with which a woman's life is forgotten in the interests of a sporting career. Maybe that's what they're trying to say. If he killed a guy, he'd still be in prison. I don't know. It seems as many others are more happy to overlook murder and torture as long as their team has a famous goalkeeper and their team lets in fewer goals over the next 2 seasons. Yeah. Now, the president of the team, though, said the team isn't committing any crimes by signing him. This is crazy. What are we doing here? They said he could be back in action soon. They said Esporte Club was not responsible for the release and freedom of the athlete, Bruno. Giving work to those who intend to recover is what we're doing. They're just so magnanimous. They're just such nice people.
He wants to recover? What is he, a recovering murderer? He's
a recovering murderer. That's how it works. A recovering fucking dismemberer. He was
addicted.
You know how it goes. Yeah, he was addicted to dismembering women who have his babies when he doesn't want them to. You know how that goes.
It's just a fascinating choice of words.
So I hope this club also just stands outside the prison waiting for releases so they can give everybody a job. You know, you're in the concessions.
Recover.
You're going to be parking cars. You're going to be we need you to recover. We're just so concerned about society.
Wow.
And also said Bruno deserves a new opportunity as a professional. Why does he deserve it? He does not deserve shit. He deserves to be in prison for another 15 years. That's what he deserves.
That's what he deserves.
The club has no relation with Bruno's personal actions, nor with his past, having hired only the professional. They've just separated him from the crimes. That is wild. Jesus Christ, they keep losing sponsors, too. Those other ones that were gone, more are dropping off after that. One Twitter user said to them, goalkeeper Bruno is a murderer. Boa Esporte, shame is not enough. In Brazil, the inversion of values is absurd. And they said, it's amazing that the mastermind of a murder be hired in football as soon as he gets out of jail and another fights a lifetime for a job. Yeah, that's what I mean. Stand outside the jail and wait for people to come out. Yeah. They're saying anybody else gets out. They have to. It's hard to get a job after you just got out of prison, especially for murder.
Look, if the death penalty is not a deterrent, and we know it's not, let's say you get away with it. That should be the deterrent not to do it, because even if you're acquitted, your life's fucked up.
Your life is fucked up. It should be. Yeah. It should be. Right. You got all fucked out there from that. Yeah.
Ask fucking Casey Anthony how her life's going.
Yeah, not great. Well, look at what OJ did. And he got acquitted. I mean, we knew he did it, but he got it. Yeah. He was acquitted, and he went from being the most beloved man in America.
Yep.
To being a complete fucking pariah that people yelled shit at in restaurants and,
universally loathed,
turned into this like weird C celebrity that everything he did was like, this weird, he just turned into this weird guy who like hung out at strip clubs and did like, promotional events for him, like this total seedy.
And we could look at that one where he's still somehow. There was still like an allure and a draw because
he was
because
Nordberg.
Of the football and because he had a career.
There's
still an allure
and draw.
Yeah. Ask George Zimmerman how his life's going. You know what I mean?
Well, all those. I don't want to get political here, but all those right-wing assholes end up doing so much. They end up getting jobs and money out of it because
his
other
life
assholes
is a fucking disaster right now. He's begging for cash, evidently.
And I bet he's getting more than he ever had. That's the problem. That's the problem. Look at all these. Look at all these fucking people.
Yeah.
That anything like that, their coffers are full. Put it that way. Their GoFundMe's are well funded.
It's hard to find a good reference for it, but
it is.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
George Zimmerman just recently was in the news for being. And I mean, rightfully so, in my opinion.
Also, it's not like
destitute.
He was. Yeah, well, it's not like
he didn't have a talent or a career.
That's what I mean. He wasn't a great goalkeeper or something. If he was a,
I don't think he's one of the NFL's leading rushers.
I don't think so. He just barely made the top 50 of all time in the NFL 50. So I mean, I don't think he's. Oh Christ! So they say that. There's a big article about how this exposes how much domestic violence is going on in Brazil, basically. And the fact that the judge didn't give her a restraining order because they weren't like in a relationship, quote unquote.
That's such a crazy
which is wild. So you can beat the shit out of a woman, and then as long as you dump her afterwards, she can't get a restraining order on you because you're not together anymore.
No, we broke up.
Yeah, we're not together. We broke up. That was my intention of breakup. Her fat lip there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was trying.
Wow.
Oh boy.
In Bruno in 2010, commenting to reporters about a fight between fellow soccer player Adriano and his fiancée, he wondered, who here hasn't hit his wife? He said that out loud to reporters. Okay.
My.
All right, Brazil, you guys got to get your shit together. And then he said, who here hasn't hit his wife? No one should poke their nose into a husband and wife fight. What? Who here hasn't hit his wife? Come on, everybody.
That's amazing.
Imagine saying that out loud.
I was married for 9 years, and it was one of the most frustrating relationships I've ever been in, and I never hit that woman.
We've both been divorced, and I say this all the time. If we didn't get to beat the shit out of a woman, neither do you. Okay? I didn't want to, number one, but I'm saying if we can't, neither can you. None of us can. That's what it is.
I defend myself a couple times, but I still didn't.
No, that's what I mean. So no beating anybody. Yeah. No fucking hitting women, you fucking idiots. So
that's crazy.
It's crazy. They said, who here hasn't? It's, just smack their wife around a bit.
Baffling. I just can't wrap my head around that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we different? Is that weird to be uncomfortable when a woman gets hit? Is that weird now?
It's just it's societal things
Is
too. It? Yeah, it's societal because that's I don't know. That's considered. I don't want to get into this too much, but even
get into it.
Well, even Italians back in the day, that was considered. It's just passionate. You know what I mean? They're getting passionate. That's all it is, and
Yeah. But that was also
crazy.
There was also a certain time in society, and I didn't even mention it like that, but it was fairly acceptable to have a spat at home.
It was fairly acceptable to, I mean, look at I Love Lucy. At the end of the episode, 2 roars of laughter, he'd throw her over his knee and start spanking her, and that was the big crescendo of the comedy show. Right. I'm going to beat my wife now.
But there's also a bunch of movies where they show the dad beating the shit out of the entire family, whether it be the mom or the kids. And that's just that just showed that he cares, that he wants them to be successful.
Yeah.
But that is universally not acceptable.
But think about how short of a time window it's been that's universally not been acceptable.
20 years maybe?
I would say in the 90s
30?
you couldn't be hitting women, probably. I'd say 35, 40 years.
Yeah, probably 90s. 80s it happened.
It was happening, but it was still, it was kind of looked down upon in society still at that point.
It certainly wasn't like, bro, what a man.
No.
I saw my mom get hit, and maybe that's the moment that I was like, well, that shouldn't have happened. But that seeing a woman get hit, and to this day,
I don't even like MMA fights between two women.
Whether it's a universally,
I don't care if it's two women. I don't want to see them hitting each other.
Agreed, consensual. We're gonna box. I don't like it.
I don't either. I really don't.
I can't do it.
I don't know why, but I didn't mind watching.
It's just too real.
I didn't mind watching boxing, but not MMA. It's too much.
I suppose I've seen lots of boxing. I
Christy Martin beating the shit out of people back in the day. No.
That doesn't look prehistoric. That looks like
It looks like a contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like 2 chicks in a 7-Eleven parking lot fighting over fucking
like
meth money, which is what MMA looks like. It always looks like 2 people fighting over meth money in a parking lot. It's just whether it's a man or a woman who are fighting.
I also don't like when there's feet involved. That feels
put your shoes
too
on.
Street.
Put your shoes on. It feels not even street. It feels like they're in prison or something. Some weird, it feels gross. Put your fucking shoes on.
It's like they're fighting over a man.
And men fights, I never, and this is in fighting in any aspect, unless there's sand under me, I never want to see a man's feet, ever. Ever. Put your fucking feet away unless there's sand underneath them and the ocean is right fucking there. Other than that, put your fucking shoes on, you fucking... And I'm not talking about sandals. I'm talking shoes that cover your disgusting man feet. Put them away. I don't want to see it anymore.
The other fight is they let them be barefoot because the foot is being used too. Yeah. So when you kick somebody, you can't kick somebody with a fucking Rawlings in the face.
Put some Asics on them. They'll be fine. Those things are
wrestling shoes on.
Yeah, put some fucking Asics on. I mean, kick all you want with those. They're a layer of canvas. No. You can't go in there with some Timberlands on. I'm talking about
the leather boot.
Give them some Asics, no Docs or anything. Give them some Asics and let them go in there.
Leather wrestling boots.
Yeah,
go.
Nobody, that's who cares. Give them those.
But watching, I just don't. It's. I can't believe that's weird.
I know. I don't know. To me too. I find it uncomfortable.
I can't believe it's okay to watch.
Some chick bleeding with her hair all fucked up. I'm like, I don't like this. This is not good.
With a mouth guard in and her lips swollen and there's blood all over her teeth. Somebody get that gal some help. She's not winning.
I know. I don't care. I don't know whether that's misogynist or what.
I don't
really
either.
care because that's the reaction my body gets is uncomfortable. So you know what? If that makes us fucking bad guys,
if I'm misogynist because I don't want to see a girl get punched, fine.
I'm okay.
Fine.
With that.
I'm a piece of shit.
We're huge assholes because we don't want to see a woman get beaten. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Boy, call me a beer-bellied, shirt-stained with puke piece of shit because I don't want to watch it.
No, God damn it. So, okay, March 19th, 2017. The president of Boa Esporte. This guy seems like a real asshole, like a gaping, throbbing asshole.
Are tickets that lacking there?
Dude, how bad do they want to say? I know they're like a second-tier team, but Jesus Christ. He said he was unmoved by local authority threats to withdraw funding after he signed Bruno. He said, if this city doesn't like it, I move us to another city. Bruno deserves the chance. I will uproot this fucking team for this scumbag murderer. That's how much I believe in him.
We'll find Wife Beater Town and we'll go there.
Wow. Bruno did his first big interview.
Yeah.
By the way, I love the way the newspaper puts it. Bruno's view set out in his first big interview since he had his girlfriend fed to dogs to avoid paying child support, said.
Well, I'll be reading this.
Okay, I think we need an in their own scumbag words here. In their own scummy words here. Let's find out how big of an asshole this guy is. In their own words, quote, dude, what happened. I made a mistake, a serious one, but mistakes happen in life. I'm not a bad guy. People tried to bury my dream because of one mistake, but I asked God for forgiveness, so I'm carrying on with my career, dude. I'm starting over.
Dude.
Can we? Has there ever been a more like? What are we talking about? I can't even get words out for this guy right now.
Just
balls.
Casual as fuck.
He said, "I made a mistake. I mean, yeah, it was a bad one, but mistakes happen. This is like a guy who got a DUI.
Yeah."
You know, and some guy got like a broken arm from running into him. He's fine. Everything's really fine in the end. But, I made a mistake. It was serious. That guy's kind of hurt. But, now I'm not drinking anymore and I'm pulling my life together. And that's basically what he said, except he murdered a woman.
I'm very sober now.
Dismembered her and fed her to dogs. A little different.
Shit.
Okay. April 7th, 2017, the Brazil's chief prosecutor has requested the arrest of Bruno after obviously being released from jail. The court ordered his temporary release, and he signed a contract. And now his story at this point, by the way, he's gone back and forth, but his story is that his friends told him of the murder, but he denied ordering the killing.
Oh.
And he said, quote, this is Bruno, even if there was life imprisonment in Brazil, that wouldn't bring the victim back. So just let me play soccer. It's cool.
That's so wild.
Wow. Oh, my God. April 25th, 2017, he's back in prison. They ordered the rearrest of Bruno. They said that he was prematurely released. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we thought so too, I guess.
It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah, this is fucking...
I'm just beside myself that even if there was life in prison, that's not going to bring her back. So I may as well
might as well play soccer. Not even be out. I might as well have my good job back.
Yeah.
Where I'm famous and I get to have sex with other women.
We don't even put people away forever. So what's the big deal?
Also, they said he had many, by the way, when he was playing, he had many people in the crowd chanting support for him. Chanting,
chant.
Somos todos Bruno, meaning we are all Bruno. We all murder a girl because we got her pregnant and didn't want to pay child support. We all do that.
Wow.
That is fucking scary.
That's something.
He played 5 games before the release was reversed. He turned himself in. And the mother of Eliza said she was glad to hear the news. She said, I feel relieved because it was revolting the way he had come out of prison laughing.
Right.
Yeah. Now, Bruno's lawyer said he's going to appeal, and he said Bruno is, like me, outraged and distressed.
Oh, boy.
Okay. December 14th, 2017 here, his daughter of Bruno, of goalkeeper Bruno, and dentist Ingrid Calajeros, another chick he's having babies with, is born. So he has his fourth child. I don't know if that must include Eliza's child.
This is fucking baffling.
Had a baby named Isabella. There's still people allowing him to impregnate them. Think about that. Right. A doctor, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Wow. He works at the Peace Training Center since August of this year, and Ingrid has been authorized to visit the place. The goalkeeper should meet his daughter in the next few days. The defense has already requested a sentence progression, and the main objective was for Bruno to be able to spend Christmas with his wife and daughter. Oh, yeah, we can't have this guy's life inconvenienced for one moment. He must be able to play his chosen profession and have a nice Christmas dinner with his family. Just killing someone shouldn't take those things away from you, right? This is fucking crazy.
None of that is going to bring her back, you guys.
Yeah, so why not? Just let me eat with my family on Christmas. Fuck you. God, this guy sucks. So the court updated the goalkeeper's sentence certificate. The document states that Bruno could only request a sentence progression to a semi-open regime from March 11th, 2019. In September, however, the sentence was reduced after the conviction for concealment of a corpse was extinguished. Mm-hmm. So they were saying triple qualified homicide due to vile motive, asphyxiation, and use of a device that made it difficult for her to defend herself. Eliza, he's sentenced to 17 years, 6 months, 3 years and 3 months for the kidnapping. That was his original sentence, 1 year, 6 months. The initial sentence of 22 years, 3 months fell to 20 years and 9 months. With the reduction, the defense believes he's already served the minimum time necessary to obtain a sentence progression, advancing to a semi-open regime, which I think is parole. Okay. He earned authorization to work at NewCap, according to the court ruling. The goalkeeper cannot have contact with the outside area or have anyone outside the institution talk to him. Only relatives and his girlfriend Ingrid there.
Sure.
Wow. Around 60 children of convicts and former inmates are served by the center. So he works at a place with kids around. Great.
Incredible.
They receive food and tutoring. Okay. June 6th, 2018, they uphold the jury trial and conviction of him. Okay. So this is the judges of the 4th Criminal Chamber of the Court of the Justice of Minas Gerais rejected today, June 6th, by majority, the appeal filed by Bruno. Okay. The sentence was set at 3 years in prison in an open regime for the crime of kidnapping and false imprisonment, and 20 years for that. Okay. Now, they said that the judge understood the former goalkeeper's jury should be annulled because the issuance of the death certificate influenced the juror's conviction. What?
Say again?
Okay. They said that the jury court was not competent to order the issuance of the victim's death certificate, which is a private responsibility of the judge of a public records court. So they're saying that the death certificate being released, saying that she's definitely dead, influenced the jury to convict him. And they shouldn't have issued the death certificate because they're saying that someone else should have issued it, not the judge who issued it.
Yeah, the fact that she's dead and we have paperwork about it really influenced us.
It makes people think there was a murder at some point. It'll do that. So he requested the nullification of the trial, also based on the vote of Judge Correa Camargo. They stated that the presentation to the jurors of a photo of the minor, the baby, was done without strict observance of the deadline provided by the law. For the defendant's defense, this was an unfair maneuver which caused the trial to be null and void. The judge had stated the law does not allow the presentation of a document within a period of less than 3 days without knowledge of the parties, as happened during the trial of defendant Ferenandes. Okay, they said the defense of the two defendants defended the recovery of the minority. I don't even understand what that means. Okay, so basically, it looks like they are fucking putting his, sentence at lesser time, would making him eligible for parole sooner, essentially. Okay. June 20th, 2018, goalkeeper Bruno leaves prison and is transferred to APAC in Varginha, MG. I don't know what that is.
A free man?
He's left the prison, was transferred to the Association for the Protection and Assistance of Convicts in the municipality on the afternoon of this Wednesday. The measure was possible after a decision by the judge of the First Criminal and Criminal Enforcement Court of the District of Varginha. Okay. Bruno has been serving his sentence in the city since April 2017 when he performed after have their freedom revoked by a decision. Wow, this translation is rough on this one. But apparently, according to his lawyer, the transfer took place between 2 and 3 p.m. Bruno now must have meetings with the APAC board to define what activities and work he should carry out at the institution. So it seems like they put him in like a lesser, like a halfway house situation or whatever here.
And he gets to be like a trustee.
It seems like what's going on.
Like out of the gate, like on arrival, he gets to do this easily.
Well, he's very famous,
He's famous.
That
was helpful. Yeah.
September 24th, 2018, goalkeeper Bruno is already entitled to semi-open prison and can leave prison at any time, says defense.
Throughout the day or forever?
That's what I'm wondering. Apparently, he can return to sleeping at home at any time. Although the penalty certificate points to November 6th, the player's lawyer says that more than 150 days of work and studies need to be included in the calculation, reducing the time required to obtain the benefit. They're trying to get this guy out every second sooner they can. Every
time they're told no, they try a different route.
This is fucking
crazy.
I
guess that's what you want if you're the but not if you murdered a woman and fed her to a dog. At some point, you just accept your punishment.
Just take it on the chin and go, Jesus Christ. But no, because he keeps getting sprung.
Yeah.
He's to finish his sentence under house arrest. They said in 2019. House arrest.
7 years after the fact, he's awarded house arrest.
Wow. He's been allowed to leave prison due to a court ruling that he satisfied conditions to benefit from the semi-open regime, which allows convicts to work or to follow a training program outside of prison if he returns to his cell at night to sleep. They said, though, that prison does not have adequate facilities for the coming and going of detainees, so he's just been allowed to sleep at home.
We don't have that.
So we don't have a door. So rather than saying you stay in here, they go, you just stay out there. But he has to remain at home from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. every night.
Yeah, that'll teach him.
Including on Sundays and holidays. Now, that'll teach you not to murder. Wow, that's crazy. So August of 2019, I guess he joined Pocos de Caldas Football Club, debuting on October 8th in a regional match here. The judicial limits barring him from training locally or playing away fixtures, restricting his involvement. The contract ended shortly after he logged 45 minutes on the pitch, compounded by club payment delays. According to the president of the club, the decision was a consensus on both sides, and they will still discuss the details of the termination. Okay. They said, we can't count on the athlete. It's complicated, understand? In his 60-day contract, he played 45 minutes. The courts do not allow him to train. It's something that becomes difficult for the club, keeping a high salary from a player of his level so you don't use it. Okay. So they said that the court denied requests from Bruno's defense so that he could train with them. Basically, he's not allowed to practice with the team.
Okay.
So he can't he can train in prison, but he can't train here. And he was asking to be able to play with the team in neighboring cities.
Oh.
And so there's that.
And they said no to that.
Apparently so. Now, Bruno's lawyer said the contract was terminated because the club did not pay his salary and did not fulfill agreed obligations. Mm-hmm. So, what do you want here? They also said he's not a cheap player. He's an expensive player, is what the president of this team said. He's like, we can't afford to pay this. They said that the football team currently has no income, according to the president, and game tickets are usually food donations. In addition to that's what they get paid in food. In addition to his salary, the club rented a place for Bruno to train in the city where he's serving a sentence and the fuel for his travels. Okay. The club, which was out of action for a year and 7 months, is expected to play in the 3rd division of the Minas Gerais Championship next year. This will only occur in the second half of the year. Jesus Christ. So this team is like some third-rate shit team that barely exists. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Okay. October 5th, 2019, goalkeeper makes return after years in prison.
Here we go.
This is with the Poco de Caldas. They talk about this. He was given a warm welcome by fans.
Yeah, of course he was.
Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say. The one guy here, I don't know who this guy is for the team. Somebody with the team says, when people here in Pocos de Caldas get to know the real Bruno, the human being that he is, then a lot of minds will be changed. I have a great opportunity to show the new me. Oh, that's Bruno talking. Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. July 2020, Rio Branco Football Club announces they have signed Bruno.
They've got him now.
But July 30th, 2020, the coach of the team quits over him being signed.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with this.
Nope. He said, I'm not coaching that guy. So they said that, he said, this guy said, quote, I need to respect my own beliefs, including that we educate by example. That's what the coach says. Wow, a guy who's not a silver-haired, middle-aged fucking white man. Yeah. Finally, somebody not with their hair not silver in this whole fucking thing. That is crazy. Okay. It's the club's lone sponsor, a supermarket chain, announced it was suspending its relationship with the team over the decision. That's what's going on here. 2021, Atletico Carioca, tried to sign Bruno, initially giving up in March 2021. In May 2021, Bruno announced his decision to retire from football to become an investor.
Of what?
Football? I don't even know. However, within 2 weeks, he announced that he had signed with Atletico here. April 19th, 2022, former goalkeeper Bruno's defense files parole request in Rio de Janeiro court. So they said that in the probation regime, the defendant is only obliged to comply with some conditions imposed by the VEP, such as obtaining lawful occupation, while in the house arrest regime, the defendant has restrictions on times to return home. So now he's free.
Paroled.
Yeah. Goalkeeper Bruno opens, what the fuck, an acai shop? What is that shit?
Oh, acai. It's like
it's those berries.
It's a fruit that has
some
healing properties.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't know.
He apparently opens a shop for that.
What?
Welcomes guests and serves snacks. Who would take? He tried.
No.
His concoction isn't a homemade abortion drug. I'm not drinking anything this man prepares.
And then prepared dog food.
You got it right the first time. He poo-pooed it.
He poo-pooed dog food out of his girlfriend that is also dark red, like acai. I'm not eating anything red from this man.
No, nothing. Nothing
Never.
at all. Holy shit. So, 2023, he officially gets parole. The judge said there is no concrete obstacle to granting conditional release to the prisoner as he meets the necessary objective requirements since April 2022, as calculated in the updated sentence certificate. The prisoner, Bruno, performed work activities after being granted progression of the regime and being regularly fulfilled the conditions of his house arrest. Wow. So September 24th or 27th, 2024, here there's a true crime documentary, The Invisible Victim, the Eliza Samudio case on Netflix that exists here. The original title is something in Portuguese, But
Sure.
I think you're going to have to hit the subtitles on this bad boy.
Probably, yeah.
It only has 6.4 stars out of 10 on IMDb. So I don't know if that's people who just hate subtitles or what. But there's probably a bunch of Bruno people who are mad that they're, looking
portraying him as a bad guy?
Portraying him as a bad guy or portraying this poor woman as a victim here.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's what's going on. 2025 in June.
Okay.
Bruno signs a new contract with Azul Branco FC, an amateur club based in Rio.
Okay.
Valid until December 2025, making his return to organized competitive play following a partial completion of his sentence. Holy shit. No verified professional club signing or appearances occurred in 2025. So, yeah, he's appeared for other amateur outlets apparently here and there, but he's going to be here for a while. December 19th, 2025, he is on Capizaba, Capixaba, okay, for the dispute of the championship. He's 40 years old, hasn't played a professional game since 2023, but they're going to put him on the roster for their tournament run, apparently here. Yeah. He was made permanent at Capixaba. Due to his leadership, it's clear he will share the captain's armband.
Jesus.
What?
Jesus Christ.
His leadership?
That's your best guy. That's your...
Dude, if
That's
you
your
were...
model employee here.
Oh, if you signed Bruno... Your thing would be, here's what we need you to do. See that shadow in the corner? Make sure you're in it and shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear.
I don't want to limb out of it.
See you. I don't want, we want people to go, Bruno, where's he? And then you go, oh yeah, over here. And they go, oh yeah, in the shadows. That's Bruno. That's what we want from you.
Wow.
Can you live like by the boilers in the basement, possibly? Just stay down there.
Hide for us. That'd
like
be great.
Freddy Krueger, if you could, just, get ready. So January 27th, 2026, Bruno is fired.
Oh.
He's fired by the club here. He is like 41. He apparently talked to the press about getting salary late and lack of infrastructure for athletes.
Okay.
He said, quote, I don't condone vagrancy and scoundrels, he complained. The team denies this and says there's no overdue salaries and justifies the current financial difficulties with the loss of support and sponsorships after we announced we signed you.
Right.
So what the fuck? What do you want? It's your fucking fault. In another video, Bruno complains about the lack of accommodation and food for the athletes. He claims that his colleagues are heroes and that there are back wages. The team president says the club began to suffer financial impacts with the loss of supports and sponsorships due to the negative repercussions associated with the athletes' personal issues, which ended up being linked to the institution's image. Oh, weird. He said there are no outstanding salaries, and they said that they publicly expressed views on recent repercussions, and they said this is all Bruno's fault, essentially.
Well,
then they said,
owe him money.
Then the club says, we are a family club. Wow. Known as the Club of Opportunity, which today develops a strong, competitive, and promising project with Capizaba 2026 with young athletes who've been standing out and dreaming big. They say, we regret that when isolated behaviors end up overshadowing the brilliance of promising young people. You did it, though. You brought him in.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it says, and I don't know what this means, but goalkeeper Bruno was regularized in the daily, he's shitting like crazy now, in the daily information bulletin of the Brazilian Football Confederation on the afternoon of this Wednesday, February 18th, and will debut with Vasco AC shirt against Velo Club this Sunday or this Thursday. The goalkeeper has been integrated into the Cruz Maltino squad since the beginning of this week. Coach Eric Rodriguez has already confirmed to GE that the goalkeeper were regularized and would start in the decisive match. So they made him a regular part of the team, and he's going to start in this big tournament here. Okay. They also confirmed the entry of some other guys who I've never heard of and who didn't kill anybody. So who gives a shit?
That's good.
Okay. So Bruno We don't know how much money he has. We don't know shit.
Jobless, though.
He's jobless at this point, and we don't know anything. But can't get enough of him. Don't know where he is. Good luck. But his son...
Probably there, right?
He's somewhere. He's in Brazil, we know. His son, Bruninho, the kidnapped baby.
What did he name him?
Bruninho. That's what they named him.
Little Bruno.
This is Little Bruno. That's what he was called from the start.
Wow.
That's his baby. This is Samadio. This is Eliza's child.
Yeah.
Wow. Was called up by the Brazilian under-15 team on Wednesday.
Is that right?
Yep. He stood there. Let's see here. He's a goalkeeper again, by the way. Wow. So he takes after his dad.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. They should
when
give
was
him
he brought up? This year?
This year, under 15. So he's 2000.
God.
He's like 14 years old. Wow, at that time.
Yeah.
So can't get enough of Bruno Fernandes De Souza. Look for his kid to play, and this guy wants to somehow engender sympathy from people, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't mind the guy going, look, I fucked up and I get why people are mad at me. I'm trying to do better, but I get that I have to fucking climb the mountain and get all these people's trust again. That's fine. But when you go, hey, what the fuck? I'm here. I'm a good guy.
I'm trying.
Leave me alone. Yeah, that's crazy. Don't even acknowledge what you've done is crazy. So, I mean, he wants you to like feel bad for him, but I don't feel bad for him.
No.
But I do feel bad for Bruno Fernandes, Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Treasurer at some company in Washington, D.C. He went to George Washington University. Bruno Fernandes, AI and data consultant at some company, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's in Portugal.
That could very well be him.
That could be, no, young guy. Bruno De Souza, Yale MBA, head of finance for some startup company in the Sao Paulo area.
Probably not.
And Bruno Fernandes also, this poor bastard, who is a Portuguese soccer player. Yeah, this poor guy. And his name is Bruno Fernandes. And he's like, not me. I didn't do it. I wonder how many times someone has said that to him.
Yeah.
Scumbag. He's like, it's not me, all right?
I didn't do it.
Fucking do it. I don't even live in South America. Fuck you.
But they're all probably influenced and named by them about him, right? Who names their kid Bruno?
A lot of people.
Do they?
Yeah, it's a pretty popular
Is it a common name?
Yeah, in Latin and Italian and all that,
Really?
Bruno's a very common name. Yeah.
I've never. I mean, I thought it was funny when it was the name of the character for Sacha Cohen, but I didn't know it was popular.
Yeah, no, Latin, Italian, anywhere of that
Yeah.
belt. It's pretty popular. Bruno
Only time I've
Sammartino,
seen
for Christ's sake.
somebody's name was actually a Rottweiler when I was a kid. My neighbor's dog was named
What a
Bruno.
coincidence.
That's
what
so
a perfect
wild.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So anyway, that's Bruno.
Yeah.
And Brazil, you guys got to figure it out down there about just signing a guy who's literally killed somebody and in that horrible of a fucking way. It's not like he got in a knife fight with some other guy outside a nightclub or something.
No.
He
Didn't want a baby.
He didn't want a baby, but then he lured her in. He lured her there so he could have these other people do horrible shit to her. And what a fucking piece
Under
of
the
shit.
guise of helping James.
Yeah, I'm going to buy you an apartment. It's going to be great. So anyway, there is Bruno. Look out if you're in Brazil. I don't know what to tell you. I feel bad for his son, man.
Certainly.
I feel bad that's the legacy he's got to get is, you're the guy whose dad killed his mom. Great.
Right.
And he goes, yeah, that's me. And my name is Bruno and I play in the goal. Same thing. Yeah. So either way, if you like the story and if you like the show, get on whatever app you're on and give us 5 stars. It helps so much, really helps drive the show up the charts. And we can't thank you enough for doing that for us and hanging out with us all the time. Right. Additionally, you also want to head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. That's going to give you First of all the merchandise you could possibly want. Tons of merchandise, everything from shower curtains to skateboards. We got it all. So get in there and do that. And you can also get tickets to Small Town Murder live shows, which are a fucking riot. I mean, they are comedy and raucous and fun and just like the show, but with pictures and comedy bits in the pictures. And it's so much fun. So we can't wait to do the live shows again. And we have some open tickets in Denver on May 2nd. Salt Lake City is sold out. Sorry about that. Buffalo is sold out too, but Royal Oak, Michigan on May 30th has some tickets. So get in there. And then Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Tarrytown, Boston. We're coming all over the place, as we said back in the day there, and got good laughs out of it. So there you go. Very gross. Shutupandgivememurder.com is where you get all of that. You definitely want to follow on social media at Crime and Sports. Yes. Certainly get yourself Patreon. What are you waiting for?
What's wrong with you?
The one thing we hear about people that get Patreon after they get it is, what the hell? Why did I wait so long for this? This is awesome. I'm telling you. The Patreon shows are really fun. It's like a whole new feed of a whole new show, basically.
Right.
It's great stuff, and we really want you to have it. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. All you got to be is $5 a month or above, and you get every goddamn thing we could possibly put out. Everything. First of all, as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get hundreds of back bonus episodes, over 300, between 300 and 400 bonus back episodes you've never heard before. Then you get new ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get it all. This week, what you're going to get for Crime and Sports, we're going to talk about I think it's the Ecclesia Athletic Association. It was supposed to be a nice thing in California to get inner city kids off the street and get them into sports. Right. And of course, it turned into what always happens when you gather people and children in one space and weird stuff starts to go on, and it's not good. Then for Small Town Murder, we have an even worse story. It's part 2 of Corey Richins.
Oh, boy.
Who is a terrible, awful fucking person. It's bad enough that she's like a real estate person. That makes her disturbing enough. But on top of that, she also killed her husband and then wrote a book about grieving for her children. You know, because she's so concerned about them after she killed their father and all. Yeah. It's just a nightmare, and we're going to talk about part 2 where we have letters she wrote to her family that are very incriminating and all sorts of wild text messages. She's a fucking mess. Can't wait to make fun of her even more, and we're going to do all of that and more. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. On top of that, too, you also get all the shows we put out, Crime and Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, Small Town Murder, both episodes of Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your Patreon. It's just ad-free. The Patreon is the ultimate pass to this whole thing. And you also get a shout-out, which is going to happen right now. Jimmie, do me a favor and hit me with the names of the people who would never, ever, ever feed us to their dogs, no matter how hungry their dogs were. Jimmie, hit me with them right fucking now.
This is executive producer Gary Howard and Gary, Indiana, James.
Gary and Gary.
Gary.
Holy shit.
Happy hours in Buffalo, Texas, though.
Buffalo, Texas. Wow. Still get the lake effect down there, I feel like. Yeah.
Exact Tax Solutions also.
It's that time of year, guys.
Your tax needs this time of year. That's a bitch. Amy and Danny in Denver. I'll see you guys soon. Matthew Benitez. Thank you very much. Mel B. Not that one. Shelley McGlone. And Sarah in Texas. Happy birthday, Sarah. What a big day.
Goddamn. Sarah in Texas.
Other producers this week are Peyton Meadows, Ryan Bender, Janice Hill, Ashley with no last name, Candace Ushaz, Rhea with no H, Heather Utt, Bailey Reynolds, Chon with no last name, Connor Morgan, Kenneth Marks, C-H-O-N, I think.
Not Tron or Chong. Never mind.
No, it could even be an autocorrect. I don't know if I really wrote that.
Who knows? Either way, sorry, Chon, I guess.
Yeah. Kenneth Marks, Sarah Carlin Stearns, Kimberly Bowman, Toaster Bath. Sounds lovely. Esther Cruz, Ari with no last name. Jenna Gooley, Jenny B, Jasmine Montanez, Jason Gajan, Savannah Hill, Annie. Jesus
You're all off there on that one.
Annie with no last name.
Annie
James.
brought out the coffin on him.
Crossrow. Elise Miller, Henry Williams, Maggie May, Clara Absalonova. D with no last name. Diana Wynn, Rich Koger, Ram 107, Megan, Deshaun Runge, Chris Sager, Glenn Scarbacca, Anne-Marie McCormick, 124 pomegranates.
Oh,
I don't know if that's an address
pomegranates.
or if they just don't do threes around there. Sean McGuire, Naomi S., Alexis Wog, Justin Collins, Nina Allen, Ben with no last name, Christian with no last name, Justin McElroy, Kate R., Anthony Sheridan, Loose End. Oh, I got it. I see it there now.
Yeah.
Luce, End, James.
Yeah.
Okay. Teresa SCH, School, I don't know, Nocturne, Rich with no last name, Anne-Marie Hefty. That's a lot of Anne-Maries. Has there been three? Keaton Ryer?
The most Anne-Maries in all of podcasting we have.
Anne-Marie. Yeah, like
That's right.
There's a country song called Anna Marie.
I don't know
You
it.
can Google it. Frankie
I'm good.
McDonough, Zachary Moffat, AEV, is that Ave or Av? I don't know. Briggy
Ava.
Smalls, Trisha Olson, Jennifer Coleman Vargo, Ben Newsom, Tabitha with no last name, Melanie Deaton, Parker Manning, D-Dub, Chris Eagley, Ashley with no last name, Isabella Hall, Jeff with no last name, Charo with no last name, Garrett Albright, Liz Clark, George Stish, Samantha Hoffman, Krista Martin, Debbie Glazer, Matt Ramos, Kelly Gordon, Tyler Moore, Janan, Hostin, Matuz Banach. What is Matuz Banach is a name.
Wow.
Banache. Ben Newsom. Was there a Ben Newsom already? I don't know. Colby
twice,
Hoff. John Thomas, Gav with no last name, Emily Young, Elizabeth Brandon, Killian Hubble, Chrissy Brown, Quinn Richens, are you related? Kim Reese,
no.
Quant Farm Crew. Quant Farm Crew.
Wow,
The
say
Quant for, all right.
Say that 10 times.
I can't say it one time. Craig Shushart. Jordan Butler, Drew Everett, Nicole Sotka, Yasmin White, Heavy Cream, The Fat Housewife. What does that mean?
I don't.
Beach Gerloff. I don't even want to chance it. No. Nina with no last name. Gianna Kefalis. Celeste Blythe. Bev with no last name. Melissa with no last name. Vicky Rose. Tim Endlich. Rachel with no last name. What is this? Rachel. All right. Elizabeth Peters. Stefani with no last name. That's probably Stephanie. Jacob.
Yeah, Stefani, maybe.
It's spelled like Glenn. I don't know. Jakoch, Joe Jakich, Frisch, Lori H. Denbina, Cheryl Cushing Oman, Matt Marshall, Christina Croak, Austin Winokur, Karen Miller, Dominique D'Alessandro, Elena Dick. That's with a Y. Audrey Baroque, Baroque, Robert Bjorn, Hannah Crossland, Tracy Fisher, Daryl Baranowski, Nicole with no last name, Joey Benefiel, Hope Gatto, Melvin Christ, and all of our patrons. You guys are the best.
Thank you so much, you wonderful bastards. We appreciate the fuck out of you and what you do for us all the time. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your money and your time and your effort and trying to spread the show. Yep. All this that you've done for us for over 10 years now. So thank you so much for doing that. If you want to follow us on social media, everything is over at shutupandgivememurder.com, which, by the way, is all new now. We just did a whole total retool on the website, so check it out. It's very cool looking, and you can go back and check it out. So do that. Keep coming back and hanging with us, and live from the Crime and Sports Studios, we will see you next week.
Bye.